Magandang gabi mga kaibigan, sa aking mga subscriber, sa aking mga silent viewer dyan. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, shout out sa inyong lahat. Ito nga pala ang kunis ko, wala akong nahunt ngayon mga kaibigan. Ito binenta sa akin ni Kaloy, si Kaloy, shout out sa iyo Kaloy. Binenta sa akin 100 to. Ito sa kaibigang Ayon. Shoutout sa iyo kaibigang Ayon. Ito na yung Juan Luna. General Antonio Luna. Tsaka ito nga pala mga kaibigan binili ko ito sa Central Bank, sa BSP. Ito ay uncirculated na 100 pesos. 100 lang din tong bili ko, kaso lang binayaran ko sa GCash, may 25 pesos na transaction fee. Ay mga kaibigan uncirculated yan. Tsaka may nagbebenta nga sa akin ito meron siyang 100 tsaka 10 piso ata na isa. Hindi ko na matandaan kung ano yung binibenta. Basta ito ganitong 100 niya ay 5 piso. Si Emilio Aguinaldo, ang sabi ko sa kanya, bibilhin ko 200 yung dalawa. Hindi niya binenta kasi mura daw. Hindi, sabi ko sa kanya, hindi, sa Bangko Sentral na lang ako bibili. Ito na yun binili ko sa Bangko Sentral. Tsaka ito mga kaibigan si Manuel Quezon, na dati pala si Manuel Quezon nasa 200, ngayon 20 pesos na lang siya. Ang pumalit sa kanya si Macapagal. Mga kaibigan, ano muna natin yung kanilang biography. Unahin natin si Manuel Quezon. Manuel Quezon born August 19, 1878, Baler, Philippines. Died August 1, 1944. Saranac Lake, New York, USA, was a Filipino statesman, leader of the independence movement, and the first president of the Philippines Commonwealth, established under U.S. tutelage in 1935. Quezon was son of the school teacher and a small landholder of Tagalog descent on the island of Luzon. He cut short his law studied at the University of Santo Tomas in Manila in 1899. To participate in the struggle for independence against the United States, led by Emilio Aguinaldo after Emilio Aguinaldo surrendered in 1901. However, Quezon returned to the university, obtained his degree 1903 at law for a few years. Convinced that only way the independence was through cooperation with the United States, he ran for governor of Tayabas province in 1905. Once elected, he served for 2 years before being elected a representative in 1907 to the newly established Philippine Assembly. In 1909, Quezon was appointed resident commissioner for the Philippines, entitled to speak but not to vote in the U.S. House of Representatives. During his years in Washington, D.C., he fought vigorously for a speedy grant of independence by the United States. Quezon played a major role in obtaining Congress passage in 1916 of the Jones Act, which pledged independence for the Philippines without giving a specific date when it would take effect. The act gave the Philippines greater autonomy and provided by the creation of the bicameral national legislature modeled after the U.S. Congress. Quezon resigned as commissioner and returned to Manila to be elected to the newly formed Philippine Senate in 1916. He subsequently served as its president until 1935. In 1922, he gained control of the Nacionalista Party, which had previously been led by his rival Sergio Osmeña. Quezon Put 4, passage of the Tidings McDuffie Act 1934, which provided for full independence for the Philippines 10 years after the creation of the Constitution and the establishment of the Commonwealth government that would be the forerunner of an independent republic. Quezon was elected president of the newly formulated Commonwealth as on September 17, 1935. As president, he reorganized the island military defense, aided by U.S. General Douglas MacArthur as his special advisor, tackled the huge problems of landless peasants in the countryside who still work as tenant on large estates, promote the settlement and develop of the large southern island of Mindanao, and fought graft and corruption in the government. A new national capital, later known as Quezon City, was built in a suburb of Manila. Quezon was re-elected president in 1941 after Japan invaded and occupied the Philippines in 1942. He went to the United States, where he formed a government in exile, served as member of the Pacific War Council, signed the Declaration of the United Nations against the fascist nation, and wrote his autobiography, The Good Fight, 1946. Quezon died of tuberculosis. Quezon died of tuberculosis. Constitution on March 23, 1935, the Commonwealth government under the presidency of Manuel Quezon was inaugurated in November of that year. For the next 2 years, the Philippines remained U.S. territory. Foreign after defense and monetary matters remained under U.S. jurisdiction, but all others internal matters were in the hand of the Philippine people. During the Commonwealth, duties were to be imposed on a graduated scale, but the trade provision were subsequently amended in 1939 in favor of the Philippines. Yun ang naging talambuhay ni Quezon, mga kaibigan. Dako naman tayo kay Roas. Manuel Roas, born January 1, 1892, Capiz, Philippines, died April 15, 1948, Clarkfield, Pampanga. a political leader and the first president 1946 to 1948 of the Independent Republic of the Philippines. After studying law at the University of the Philippines near Manila, Rojas began his political career in 1917 as a member of the Municipal Council of Capiz. Renamed Rojas in 1949, he was governor of the province of Capiz in 1919, 1919 to 1921, and was elected to the Philippine House of Representatives, subsequently serving as Speaker of the House and a member of the Council of State in 1923. He and Manuel Quezon, the President of the Senate, resigned in protest from the Council of State when the U.S. Government General Leonard Wood began vetoing bills passed by the Filipino legislature. In 1932, Rojas and Sergio Osmeña, the Nacionalista Party leader, led the Philippine Independence Mission to Washington, D.C. when they influenced the passage of the Hair Hose Cutting Act. Rojas was later opposed by Quezon, who held that the act compromised future Philippine independence. The Nacionalista Party was split between them on this issue in 1934. However, Rojas was a member of the convention that drew up Constitution under the revised Philippine Independence and Commonwealth Act. Tidings McDuffie Act. Rojas also served as Secretary of Finance in the Commonwealth Government 1938 to 1940. During the World War II, Rojas served in the pro-Japanese government of Jose Laurel by acquiring supplies of rice for the Japanese army. Although a court was established after the war to try collaborations, Rojas was defended by the friend General Douglas MacArthur. Rojas was elected President of the Commonwealth in 1946 as the nominee of the liberal wing of the Nacionalista Party, which became the Liberal Party. And when independence was declared on July 4, he became the first president of the new republic. Although Rojas was successful in getting rehabilitation funds from the United States of Independence, he was forced to concede military bases, 23 of which were less for 99 years. Trade restriction for the Philippines citizens and special privilege for U.S. property owners and investors. His administration was marred by graft and corruption. Moreover, the abuses of the provincial military police contribute to the rise of the left wing Hukbalahap movement in the countryside. His heavy-handed attempts to crush the hook leads to widespread present disaffection. Roas died in office in 1948 and was succeeded by his Vice President Elpidio Quirino. Vice President pala niya si Elpidio Quirino, mga kaibigan. Pero mga kaibigan, ito si Quezon, yung 200. Natin. Pictures niya, Philippines, issuing Central Bank of the Philippines, Republic 1968, Standard Circulation Coin, shares, 1951. Nag-search nga pala ako ng mga presidente ng Pilipinas, mga kaibigan. Ang 1951, sino ba ang presidente ng 1951? Ito, ang presidente ng 1951 ay si Elpidio Quirino, 1948 to 1953. Si Elpidio Quirino ang naging presidente. President Elpidio Quirino assumed the remaining terms of and re-elected 1949 to 1953. Vice President Fernando H. Lopez naman yung vice president niya. Si Elpidio Quirino ang presidente ng 1951. Value 200 pesos, currency peso, composition paper, cotton, 100% linen. Noon pa naman pala gano'n na ang gamit ng Pilipinas. Pero may mga pera tayo na papel ang gamit natin, mga kaibigan. Hindi cotton, hindi rin linen. Size 162 by 67 mm, shape rectangular, demonetized January 1, 1958. Bust of President Manuel Quezon facing forward at left, seal, lower right. Mga kaibigan, ito yung seal sa mababa daw ng kanan. Ito si Manuel Roas, si Manuel Quezon. Reverse Legislative Palace in Manila at center, 200 pesos. Ang presyo niya, mga kaibigan, ang printer pala niya, kung baga sa coins anong tawag, engraver, si Tomas Dilaru. Maraming noon pa pala ito hanggang ngayon. Siguro na lang ito, parang kagaya sa mga artist na yearly may parang commission na lang sila. Ang isang 1951, ang sabi, diagonal red specimen. Hindi na natin alam yan kung anong red specimen yan. Wala na. Pero alam ko, itong aking hawak, itong 1951 na to, 96%. Ang almost uncirculated niya, mga kaibigan, 250. Ang uncirculated niya, 580. Jackpot pala ako dito. 580 ang uncirculated. Pero hindi ko ito ibebenta. Akin lang to. Yung isang 1951 din, wala nang presyo. Specimen lang din, diagonal red, hollow specimen over print. Po tayo sa 100 peso, mga kaibigan. So 100 pesos. 100 peso lang ito eh. Wala ah. Dali lang mga kaibigan. Nahanap ko pa yung peso. Walang Pilipinas. Ayun, Pilipinas na. Hmm? Ayun. Ito yung mga kaibigan. Ito, hirap hanapin oh. Ito pala, tablet ito ng inano ko sa anak ko. Ito, basag to ito pinapalitan ko ng LCD. Ito ngayon gamit ko. Issuer Philippines, Central Bank of the Philippines, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Republic 1966. Type Standard Circulation Coins 1969. Ang 1969 mga kaibigan, si Marcos na ata ang presidente nito. 1969. 1965, tamo, si Marcos na nga. Si Marcos ang signatory dito eh. Si Marcos na ang signatory niya ito. Pirma ni Marcos yan 1969, 100 peso, paper, ganun din, 90% cotton, 160 by 66 mm, rectangular, demonetized, March 1, 1974. Si Marcos mga kaibigan, naging presidente siya 1965 hanggang 1986. 19 years siyang naging presidente ng Pilipinas. Sa kanya yung simula yung Fourth Republic. Yun yung martial law, the New Republic and Parliamentary Government. 1972 to 1986, President Ferdinand A. Marcos, unseated by the People Power Revolution. Marcos died in exile in Hawaii on September 28, 1989 of lupus complications pala mga kaibigan. Ang Vice President niya ay si Arturo Tolentino, proclaimed but did not serve due to revolt. Okay. Mga kaibigan, bars of Manuel Rojas facing forward at left seal in a lower right. Parang ganun din. Ito yung seal. Ito si Ruas. Si Ruas, mga kaibigan, ay hindi nagbago ang currency niya. Nasa 100 pa rin siya hanggang ngayon. Hindi nagbago yung currency niya. Reverse, Old Central Bank building at the center right. Dating Central Bank building pala to. Parang pina-repair na ito eh. Na hindi rin nagbago. Parang preserve lang siya. Yan yung main building nila ngayon. Tapos mga kaibigan, isa lang may presyo, 1969, signature Marcos and Kalalang. Si Kalalang hindi ko kilala ito, pero sa tingin ko si Kalalang nga yan. 290 ang uncirculated niya. Walang presyo yung iba, mga kaibigan. So mga kaibigan, baka naman pwede maglambing ng subscribe, papress ng subscribe, papress ng notification bell, pasilik ng all, palike na rin ang video, at kung gusto nyo i-share, share nyo na rin. Maraming salamat mga kaibigan. Magandang gabi.